Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your boy Obi-Wan Gob, aka Critter Breeds. And today, we're going to talk about the project that we have been working on for some time. The last few weeks or so, we've been steady at this, and we've figured out what we're doing. We just finished up beta testing, and so everything is fine. So I'm going to turn around and show you what we're working on. Frogs. That's right, frogs. And as you can see here, we have a pretty little froggy. They're all in breed cooldown because we were testing the breeding, and everything turned out just fine. As you can see, we have some babies. These babies need to be updated to the newest version, which is 0.04, but other than that, everything is great. I will right click here, and as you can see, they are two prims for the frog, and all you have to have out is the frog itself. Here's the thing. You don't have to have, like right here we have a lily pad, which isn't needed unless you plan on breeding, and then you can res it out. That should be, okay, it's two prims for that. So at most you're going to have 6 prims out, and then you breed and you will produce one of these, which is 7 prims. So, and then once you have your bag and it's configured and ready to go, you do not have to have it out. You can take it back to inventory and put it away. So, at most, if you just want one pet, the total number of prims you need for your land to have a pet out is exactly 2 prims. Here's how it works. As you can see over here, I have a food counter. This counter will tell me how many servings of food I have, and basically you don't need that out either. You could res it out, see how many prims you have, and then get rid of it. The frogs will eat from the database of food on their own. There is no need for a food prim. There's no need for a home object. They are homed where they are. And even better is, if you want, you can disable movement completely and then attach these little guys to your avatar as a shoulder pet or whatever you want, and take them with you wherever you go. They're not going to mess up if you pick them up and take them to inventory. They're not going to mess up if you attach them. They're not going to starve because they eat directly from the server. So as long as you have scripts running where you are at, they will continue to eat, and they can breed while attached to you as long as you do not detach them before you create your offspring with the lily pad. So the way it works is, on the lily pad, mine is set to owner. I'll click here, and you have a bunch of different options. You know, you can clear out the mates to get rid of that. If you do that, it doesn't affect the frog. It'll just take away their request. You can set it for yourself only, or for only your group, or for everybody to come by and send their data to your lily pads, or you can just turn it off altogether. And then when you create OS, it'll do a little countdown and you will have a baby. We do offer some potions, not much there for what you would think, you know, hunger fixes and stuff like that, but we have 3 available starter kits that will be available when we launch. We have a male only, a female only, and then a breeding double kit. And then we have food cards and essential items that you will want to have to help you in your breeding. So that's the frogs. I would like to show you now what is going into the breeding. There are multiple traits. There are coat, eye, hue, bloom, luster, gleam, so I'm gonna flip to that now and show you what all goes into creating a baby. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm back, and here we see one of those little bags that we were looking at a second ago, and okay, there we go. This is the pet, and what we see here is that it is a female. It doesn't have a name yet because it's still in the bag and it hasn't been configured. It's not born yet, but here's where it gets interesting. The mother and the father, it shows their details. These two contributed to the baby. But on the mother's side, the mother and father, those two, and the father's mother and father contributed to the baby. But go back even further, and the mother's mother's mother and father's mother and father, and all of these pets contribute to the generation of this pet. So basically you have 4, 8, 10, 12, 14 that are shown in the genealogy. It goes back further than that, but I just didn't have room on such a small page to display. It goes back even further, and we will look here. As you can see from this little page here, these are the amount of contribution. The female and the male, and then the mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, great-grandfather, grandfather, great-grandmother, great-grandfather, father, great-grandmother, and so on. So you have You have 14 on each side plus the 2, and it goes back that far, and that's what creates a baby. So it's not shown here, but it does go back that far. And we're planning a big launch, so as we said earlier, it's 2 prims is the very least you have to have out to have a pet. 4 prims if you plan on having 2 pets, and 6 prims if you plan on breeding. And once the lily pad triggers the countdown on the pets, you can pick the pets up, so that takes away 4 prims, so now you're down to 2. And then it creates a 7 prim baby, bringing your total to 9. And there's the big thing. We are as low prim as possible for what we're doing. And this is to test theories. This is to see just how far we can push. And yeah, so I hope to see you at the launch party. You can check the Critter Breeds group, and there'll be notices being sent out for that. And we're going to be giving away prizes, and we're going to play games, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So we hope to see you there. Bye, guys.